What is up, my guys? Welcome back to my True Artorias build series. One thing you'll notice right off the bat, we are back in Darkroot Garden. This is because we need to fight Sif. We're gonna, I hate to say it, but we're gonna straight up murder a puppy today. In order to get the Sif, we have to go through and make sure that, well, we're not getting invaded, one thing. I do have my halberd back equipped because this boss fight is going to greatly benefit from having full mobility, just because Sif really likes to jump around. And of course, after we get the soul of Sif, we will be able to acquire the Artorias Greatsword. Now that I have the Lord Vessel, which I acquired in the last episode, we can now warp to certain bonfires around the world. So it's going to speed things up a whole hell of a lot. Oh, being invaded. I'm not even going to worry about the invader. I'm just going to go to the boss fight. Unless you guys want to see me get wrecked. Nah, I'm not worried about it. Sticking to the plan. Y'all ready for this? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the thing. There we go. That invader's gonna be so pissed. One thing I kind of forgot to mention was, I actually tried fighting Sif earlier in my playthrough, before I went to Enarlando, to see if I could do it at such a low level. The answer was no. I tried about 4 or 5 times, but, not that I was trying to, do the fight entirely at that point, but even if I got close to beating him, my plan was to, even if I got close to, quit out or Homeward Bone, so that I could actually show you guys me beating him, but I didn't even come close, so I just got destroyed every time. So, you are gonna miss the cutscene of me entering the boss fight. Sif comes around. I seem to be doing pretty good right now. Oh, I'm about to get smacked. Maybe not. Maybe not. We got out of there pretty lucky. Here we go. One thing that I'm going to try to point out is whenever we get Sif to low enough health, he starts limping around. Which kind of makes the fight that much more sympathetic. Oh, there he goes. And he becomes much slower. Each attack just becomes super easy to dodge. He stops jumping around. It just makes you feel so bad. This actually gives me time to mess around a little bit. So I'm going to come over here and pick up this item. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of lore behind Sif. Sif is Artorias' companion. The sword that he's wielding is Artorias' sword. If we would have done the DLC before coming into this fight, Sif would have had a much different intro. This time, I'll describe it to you a little bit. This time, he treats us as an invader of, this is Artorias' grave. So he's protecting this space and he doesn't recognize us. If we do the DLC, we encounter Sif in the DLC and we help him out in there and we help Artorias. If I would have done that and then come and fight Sif in the main game, he acts like he recognizes us and he kind of challenges us to this fight. It's more of a you know, a test as opposed to protecting this place. You know, he's testing us. So there is a huge difference. It's kind of neat. I'm glad that they added that. I'm gonna put the poor pup out of his misery. Even his attacks become way weaker. You will be missed. Thank you. And it's such a sad fight. But since we have the homeward miracle, we're gonna use that to get on out of here. One thing I do want to point out is we now have everything to go get our sword. So let's go do that. I'll show you how we do that. We're gonna warp back to Chamber of the Princess, which is, you know, the chamber with the princess in it, where we got the Lord Vessel. And that is the closest bonfire to the blacksmith. Whoop! Ah, we made it. Though having the Lord Vessel is such a huge relief. Using the warp and stuff, it's going to save us a lot of time, and you're going to see a lot of my future episodes are going to jump from place to place, because now I can warp there, and I don't have to worry about running through so many different areas just to get to different things. So it's neat. It's a nice thing. This episode is going to be a little shorter than average. I just wanted to show you how to get the sword. I'm going to get it, show you, and then we're going to go do a couple other things next time.
Hello, forge I can, strong I am.
Alright, so we're going to modify the broken straight sword. We have to come over here, and we have the Soul Sif. Now, the Soul Sif can either be used to make the Great Sword of Artorias or the Great Sword of Artorias, and you can see I can either make this one with the broken or this one with the Zweihander. We want to make the one with the broken straight sword. The way to tell the difference is if you look at the attacks, this Great Sword has 120 plus 85 faith damage, or magic based on faith. The other one has 178. This one is going to sound more appealing, but it's not. It's not really the true Great Sword. This one is kind of known to the community as the Cursed Great Sword. It doesn't scale with faith or intelligence, but because it has a curse modifier on it, it can attack ghosts. That's the only plus side. The true Great Sword right here has the Divine modifier, which allows us to deal more damage to Dark Wraiths and Skeletons. And it does scale with both Faith and Intelligence, so we're going to get more damage out of this one. So let's go ahead and do that. Ascend to Great Sword of Artorias. Yes. So now that that's that, we're going to reinforce it. So now we got to find it. Here it is. We have 12 Demon Titanite. I think we only need 10 to get it to plus 5, so we're on the right track. Right from the start, we're doing good. And then, bam. We're going to open up our menu, and I'm going to give you the first-hand look. The first time our build has come full circle. Great Sword of Artorias. Look at this beautiful piece of machinery we got here. It has some pretty nice attacks. Strong attack. Puts people on their ass. Jump attack. Let's deal some damage to this bat over here. And the damage isn't all that bad either. The unfortunate thing is now we're back to slow rolling, but that's not going to be much of a problem. I still think it's lighter than the Zweihander. Anyway, guys, we're cutting it off there. If you like what you've seen, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you want to see. Next episode, we're going to go for the very large Ember. We're going to do some things and stuff. And I'll see you guys in the future. Bye-bye.